The Holy Roman Empire dominated the world completely. I mean, it is 1941. Do we want to talk about insanity? Perfect stability, almost perfect war support, insane manpower, insane amount of factories, amazing, perfect armored templates with mechanized, the best possible tanks, insane stats. And not only we control all of this stuff and all of this stuff indirectly or directly through our puppets, well, we also cored all of this stuff. This is our core, it's not just controlled. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Historical Germany is probably one of the most powerful countries in Hearts of Iron 4. But what if I told you that the non-aligned path, despite going through a bloody civil war, can become even stronger? In today's video, I will not only explain why, I will share with you an amazing secret path that allows us to form both the European Union and the Holy Roman Empire incredibly early, fixing one of historical Germany's main flaws, the lack of coring potential. If that sounds interesting, you're in the right place. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to ask in the comments and make sure to join our Discord to meet our amazing community. As always, if you enjoy the content I make, please do not forget to support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, and leaving me a comment. That said, let's get started. And as usual guys, you can find all research and focus priorities in the description of the video, so they will not be covered in the edited version. And you can get access to the dedicated spreadsheet by purchasing a tier 2 membership to the channel. For our very aggressive strategy, we go with military factories right away in these provinces. This is going to be our military production priority. For what concerns the navy, all I usually do is I decrease the production of these older models to just the one being built, and then I just leave it to default and add more submarines at the end. And as usual, I forgot to check the tier 3 members of the channel. So members of the channel or people watching the unedited version will have to be a little patient with me. Okay, let's do it. See all members. Okay, there we go. We got 4 today to select, so let me see what kind of divisions we're going to use in this run. We're not going to use the Alpini, we're not going to use this one. We're going to use Inf, Off, Arm, Mott. Yeah, so these are the ones. We don't have the best one yet, but we will get there. Okay, so Dr. Hoops will get the vest one later on, so the armored one. Ah, no, actually right away. So this will be our arm. We are going to use it much later and completely adjust it. And actually I will call it... yeah, let me do that again, sorry. So I will rename the divisions to make it easier to follow the spreadsheet and also to reward tier 3 members of the channel, starting with Dr. Hoops, which will get our arm template. Later we'll completely remake it and improve it significantly. Andrew will get our inf today. And Mark will get our motorized today. And then later on, do not worry, Aiden Malcolm, I have something for you. We just don't have it yet. It will come later. Now, I'm not going to use these two templates for now, so we are not going to rename them. So what we want to do with the army is we want to gather all of them in this area here. You can use a fallback line like this. You can train them, but they should all be trained already. What we do want to do as well is we want to recruit another 11... Is that right? Let me check. 1 second. No, max infantry, okay. Another 22 infantry divisions in the area of Hanover. Now, we are not going to cheese the Civil War. We're not going to use any tricks, except a good strategy to win it. So half of these divisions will go to our opponents, but we still want to have some of them for us. Then we're going to gather and train all of our planes here in the south. Planes actually do play an important role. And we're going to create an agency. With that, our setup is already done. We're going to import and adjust the trade for now. We're not going to do it during the Civil War, though. And we can start. Here we're going to pick We Mustn't Placate. And then very soon we will be in the Civil War, as soon as we finish this focus here. Now I also want to mention a couple of things here. I think this is a good timing. For our strategy, I chose to go with absolutely no cheese, and I did that not because you shouldn't. Of course, in single player you can do whatever you want, but when you play as such a powerful country as Germany, I didn't feel like cheesing the Civil War or starting a justification right away, because that's something you can do. Even though we are going non-aligned, a good idea could be to start a justification, for example, on the Netherlands or on the Dutch East Indies before you get into the Civil War, so you retain the claim after the Civil War. Actually, we don't lose anything by not doing that if we follow carefully the strategy. Actually, you don't lose anything by not doing that if you follow carefully the strategy that I'm about to share with you, which I really, really liked. Very enjoyable strategy in my opinion. So you will see how we will get all of the claims we need when we need them. Okay, the first focus is done, which means we are in a Civil War right away. Now, the Civil War, without cheesing it, can be a little tricky, so it's important to follow the strategy carefully. Starting with the army position. Starting with the army positioning. Now we got these new 24 very bad units, which are going to cover the entire front. Then we have the starting ones which were in here. We're actually going to remove one mountaineer from them, and we're going to keep these 14 divisions to do most of the pushing. These are the best divisions we have available. And the first push we want to do is right in here. So we want to cut off, ideally, the southern part of Germany here and kill all of the Nazi divisions down here. And the light tanks are actually very good for these. So if spearheads worked, spearhead would be the best option. But since they don't work, it's better to go with an offensive line and then micro them a little bit. Now we're also going to immediately force deploy all of these divisions, merge them with the Mountaineer, and use them to cover or help defend the northern part all the way up to here. I can give them an offensive line, but they will only be defending. Then we're going to give them a marshal. You have two options. Now this one is better because you keep him, but this one has better stats. I usually go with this one despite the fact that we lose him right after the Civil War. We can immediately get the offensive doctrine this way. For the generals, I like to have Gunther on this one. Gotthard on this one, and Fedor, if I can find him, on this one. But it doesn't matter that much. Give them the highest motorization priority, aggressively execute battle plans, and the setup is basically done. Just don't forget about your planes. So planes split between the offensive army and the 24 defensive army, which will cover the entire front. This way all of the regions, all of the air regions will be covered, and they will help a lot defending this area. We're also going to assign our spy and send him to spy in the north. Finally, we're going to use the political power to pick the army organization expert and the infantry expert. Now, we should slow down the speed a little bit. We can also start gathering the fleet. We're going to use it a little bit later. So we can gather it ideally in here. And we want to start pushing with these guys as soon as possible. We don't want to wait for planning or for organization. We just want to push right away. And we need to micro them a little bit. Ideally, what we want to do is we want to push in these directions. And encircle the south as soon as possible.
Zeigt es ihnen! Achtung! Angetreten! Angetreten! Abstand halten!
Push there, please.
Greift weiter an! Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Vorrücken!
Here we are going to pick the second option, no communists for us.
Befehle! Weiter, weiter! Los, ausrücken! Auf geht's! Vorrücken! Zeigt es ihnen! Zuhören!
Okay, we already managed to cut off the southern part, but here there is another potential encirclement. If we can get it, that would be very nice. Let's see if we have a chance. Might be tricky, but it would be nice. Oh, we did get one in here. I will not complain. Yeah, go there, go there.
Zuhören!
And it's looking pretty nice. If we can close this one and this one quickly.
Ihre Befehle.
It's not mandatory, by the way, even if you don't get them, it's okay. Now, I'm not doing anything crazy in terms of microing. If you want to watch the unedited version to see exactly what. One example of microing is this one here. So you can see this division is moving in München, which is currently not defended. We have two divisions here. You can send one to stop him and the other one to München. And if they don't react fast enough, you will get it, as it happened here.
Befehle. Zuhören. Greift weiter an. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Zuhören.
And the other thing, guys, when pushing, that you always want to pay attention to is where the hubs are. As you can see, there is a hub in here, and until we take it, all of this area will be out of supplies. München was also a hub, so also very important to always have an idea of where the railways and the hubs are. Now, what I don't want to do is push up here. This is why I would have liked to have a spearhead command in here. We need to micro them a little bit more because of that. Because otherwise they push where they shouldn't.
Es ihnen.
It's not ideal. But this is perfect. Now at this point, once you only have the southern part to push, you can reassign these divisions to push in the south. And the 24 bad divisions only to cover the north, which will start being under a bit of pressure. So we want to send them there to help.
Ausrücken.
Now, ideally, you don't want to lose this area. You shouldn't lose it, but just in case, consider using a last stand if needed to cover it, especially with these fewer divisions.
Ihre Befehle. Angetreten.
Now, as soon as you get to 20 army experience, go and pick political loyalty, the first spirit.
Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Everything is looking very good so far. This part of the civil war is going very smoothly. As you can see, even without cheesing it, they're doing a great job. Now that the southern part is taken care of, we're going to plan the next push, which will be up in the north. From these two tiles here, this time we can try to use a spearhead and then micro a bit, and the idea is to rush Berlin. So we want to push straight in here. Now pushing in the north is particularly convenient because we can use the navy to support our divisions. It's not a naval invasion, but they will still get the bonus
Achtung.
from the shore bombardment, which really helps. And here we are going to pick a new whatever that is.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Now here, ideally, if we can give them some planning, it would be nice. And down here, I'm not very happy to lose this tile, but as long as we don't lose Nürnberg, it's fine.
Los, ausrücken.
Don't lose Nürnberg though.
Bereit.
Okay, when you're almost ready, push in the north. Try to do it fast. Need to keep them under pressure and use the naval invasion support. And now you will see that this massively helps pushing faster, especially along the coastline. And usually when I start pushing the north, I start pushing with everyone everywhere. So we push in the other areas as well.
Weiter. Vorrücken. Ihre Befehle.
Now, ideally here we want to rush Berlin. So that's what we're going to try and do.
Ausrücken.
We should be able to get it. Yeah, we got Berlin already. Okay, very fast. The light tanks really help with this stuff. And after Berlin, the next priority is to cut them off in here. And then you just rush these victory points to end the civil war. It's very easy.
Ausrücken.
Hitler is dead.
Befehle.
We don't mind. Good old Adolf is not going to be with us this time. And now let's try and see if we can rush the south. This is one of the reasons why we push with everyone. So we pin all of their divisions and we prevent them ideally from getting here. And as you can see, that worked very well. And now we can just shift click all of these tiles,
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
rush these victory points and quickly end the civil war.
Angetreten.
The Germans don't usually have divisions in this area, so this part is very, very easy. In fact, I must be honest, this is a bit too fast. Now, ideally, you end the civil war during the next focus, and this next focus I picked it. Well, let me do that again. This next focus is on the list of focuses mostly because I want to allow some range for mistakes in the civil war. So this is a particularly smooth one, but that's not always the case. And we're not there yet, though. Okay.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Probably also need these few victory points in here.
Befehle.
But now it should be over. No, not yet. Okay, good.
Befehle. Zuhören. Achtung.
Now it will be over. Sure. Yeah. Okay, the civil war is over. It is only May, the 12th of May, 1936. So even without choosing it, we finished it very, very quickly. Now, after the civil war is over, you start getting a new event that we haven't gotten yet. Well, this one, but that's not the one that worries me. And we have one extra focus. Now, this is one that you could skip technically if you finish the civil war at this point and pick this one before that. But for the sake of consistency, I'm going to go for this one and then this one. Now, of course, we also got the facility back. And yeah. No, actually, it's worth mentioning probably. So when you get the facility back, start back the military engineering vehicles special project. And regardless of the focus that we are going to get soon, we are going to start prioritizing repairs over the regular constructions and especially repairing all of the civilian factories first. Something like this. Now we're going to create a new cavalry template, an empty one with just one. An empty one with just one cavalry. This one here that we're going to use simply for garrisoning. And we're going to change the local police. We're going to change to local police force plus cav. We're going to gather back our navy, stop the naval invasion support. They can all be in here or in here. We're going to change our planes. We're going to change the BF, which is the fighting one, to my usual F1CA. This is actually a very good design. Save it, out-upgrade it. And then the other one, the one that is used as CAS, ideally I would like to use it as a CAS, but for some reason it says that I don't have dive brakes, despite them being right here. So we're going to have to do this one manually, because this feature doesn't work in this case, and to do it we just do something like this, and that's our C1, nothing special. Of course we're going to produce the updated versions. And we also want to gather and train again all of our planes. Now we're going to do something which may look a little bit crazy with our armies, so you will see. First of all, we're going to duplicate our infantry and we are going to create our offensive template. Name it Malcolm. So here we get our off as well. Actually, this is going to be an off A because we're going to use artillery. Then we're going to cancel these divisions we were recruiting. And we're going to start recruiting the max amount of offensive divisions. By the way, we didn't change the template so far. We'll do it a little bit later. For now, we just want to start recruiting them. But, very important, you don't want to deploy them. So, no location, okay? Just keep them in training. And then we're going to disband everything. So, select these ones and disband them. Select these ones, disband them. And these ones, we will get an event very shortly, which will allow us to disband them too. So here we're going to pick hang them first, and then attempt to disband them. Which means we have no army at all. And this is all part of the strategy, a very important part of the strategy. Now, to make the required changes to the offensive template, we need about 55 army experience. It will take a while, especially because the Civil War was particularly fast. So we'll get there in a little bit. As you get to 150 political power, we can pick the influential pastor. Political power is very important in our run, so we're going to try and boost it as much as possible. We're now going to pick the monarchist jurist. And at 50 political power, we're going to pick this special decision down here, sharpen air safety regulations. This is actually absolutely mandatory for this strategy, so don't forget about it. And this time we should be close to having enough army experience to change our off. And this is the goal for the final template. I also like to add recon, but we don't have the army experience yet, so for now we'll stick to this. And there we go with the recon. Perfect. Now, the UK going fascist is potentially annoying. We'll need to see. As soon as you complete this focus, you will get an event. And since we don't have an army, we will get this event here. And we can pick perhaps they have it. And we can pick the second option, perhaps they have a point. Now, you will see what happens now. What happens is that this guy... Wait, not now. Yeah, never mind. So instead of Wilhelm II, we get Wilhelm III, which is quite bad. Who is quite bad, but we'll not keep him for very long. Now, at this point, we want to improve relations and send our spy on diplomatic pressure in the UK, because we want to get a non-aggression pact with them. Do not deploy the army yet, so keep them there. Now we get our non-aggression pact. And as soon as you get your military engineer, as soon as you get the military engineering vehicles, start producing them. We're going to dedicate only one factory to them, taken from infantry equip. No, wait, I forgot the... Wait a second here. Inter artillery's done. Okay. So construction up. So construction up. Concentrated up, radio up. No, it's all good. As soon as we complete this focus, since we do not have an army... No, never mind. As soon as we complete this focus... Never mind. Belgium will generally always give up... Belgium will always give up the Congo, or at least I never experienced anything else. So you get the Congo. And at this point, we need to wait until it becomes entirely ours. At this point, since we don't have an army, if we go into occupied territory and release these new puppets, as puppets, including Congo, what's going to happen is that Belgium will declare war on us. what's going to happen is that Belgium declare war. Oh my god, I cannot speak. What's going to happen is that Belgium is going to declare war on us, and that's very convenient because they are now guaranteed by Belgium. They are now guaranteed by France and the UK, so that would be annoying to take them down. But they attack us, which is absolutely great. So we pick rearmament as always been, and now we can finally deploy our army, and we can deploy them somewhere in here. No, let's go on and force deploy them. Let's pick a new marshal. Let's give them the usual counter.
Achtung!
Aggressively execute, motorization priority.
Befehle?
We're also going to start recruiting another 2 offensive divisions and the max amount of infantry.
Zuhören!
Now let's slow down the speed a little bit. We don't need to do anything special in here, but I like to let Belgium advance just a little bit because otherwise this becomes a pretty bad choke point. Yeah, something like this will work. The bigger the front, the easier it is actually to push them. So nothing too challenging in any case, nothing to worry about.
Ziel anvisiert. Vorwärts, Männer!
That's still a pretty bad choke point. Let's not forget to assign our planes as well. They can help.
Zeigt es ihnen! Auf geht's! Ziel anvisiert. Ihre Befehle? Angetreten.
By the way, I will soon have an epic guide for Belgium for you guys, including some usage for these epic bicycle people.
Auf geht's!
Some Tour de France happening.
Vorrücken! Zuhören! Vorrücken!
Belgium is taking their time to go down, I must admit.
Los, los, los! Los, los, los!
Okay, finally. This should be enough. Huh? This would be enough. Okay, and we can simply annex Belgium. Now that Belgium is under our control, we can force deploy and start training the new divisions as soon as possible.
Befehle?
As we prepare these guys for the Netherlands.
Achtung!
The other army will be here at the border with France. Good thing is we got some nice trades at least. Now, the United Kingdom will always, in my experience, again, accept mutual cooperation, but if they don't, that's a bit of a problem for our strategy, so I would recommend restarting. Luckily, it's not too late into the run, but yeah, you would need to restart at that point. Oh, let's also train everyone here.
Befehle!
So next, we're waiting to have exactly 400 political power. There we go. So at 400 political power, what we're going to do is we're going to pick this decision here. Then the next one, modernize the succession laws. Then request restoration of British titles. That will consume all of our political power. We will get an event. Oh, actually, they're both an excellent idea, so I need to be careful. So the first one, we should send liaisons. Okay, we should send. Let me change that in the description here. So here we're going to pick the first option, the one that costs 50 political power. And what's going to happen to our epic guy here is that he's going to burn alive. There we go. The Kaiser is dead. And what we do is we get the Kaiserin in charge. Now, they did her dirty because you saw the thumbnail of this video. Victoria was pretty good looking. The girl was hot, man. And not so much in this portrait, but still, she's very, very cool. And she has some very nice modifiers, as you can see. But we're going to give her even better modifiers as we continue to run. Now that we got her, we also got a focus that was not here before, which is this one here, Restore the Holy Roman Empire. Now, she's actually not required to get this focus. If you complete this one, this will appear even without her, as long as you're non-aligned. Still, it's pretty cool. Now, we want a total of 24 offensive and 48 defensive divisions, and 48 infantry divisions, so we're going to recruit another 24 infantry divisions.
Befehle!
At this point, we also want to start building military factories, and that's what we're going to do for the rest of the run, so I will not mention it anymore. Always in the best possible available provinces. Just make sure to finish the ones you were building already. And let's go.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Now, as soon as we complete this focus, in a few days we are going to get new colonies, and we're going to release them right away. Ideally, we don't want to keep any non-core territory outside of Belgium because that will increase. So these ones too, and we're also going to return South Africa. Because it's going to increase the amount of consumer good factories, malices we get from the... Where is it? From the economy of conquest. See, as you can see, the monthly increase will be higher based on the amount of non-core states controlled. So we don't want to control additional non-core states that we don't need. Is pretty unimportant.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
You can start deploying these new divisions, send them at the border with France. Now, what's way more important is as soon as you complete this focus, you will get some nice war goals. You get one on the Netherlands, and you get one on France, which is great. And speaking of France, one thing I forgot to do is spy them in here. We could have done that with the previous focus. It's not mandatory.
Zuhören.
So now what we want to do is we want to declare war on the Netherlands or on the Dutch East Indies. I usually check the Dutch East Indies first, but as you can see they are guaranteed by France. Now we're going to attack France in any case very soon, but ideally we want to take care of the Netherlands first. So we're going to declare war on the Netherlands directly. We're going to start immediately this offensive. We just want to be very careful that we declare war on the Dutch East Indies before the Netherlands Cup, unless they call them. So let's slow down a bit, let's see what happens. But if they don't call them fast, before they go down, we do need to do that ourselves. Yeah, okay, they're not going to do it fast enough. So we're going to declare war on the Dutch East Indies. Which means we're at war with France, that's totally fine. Maybe we shouldn't train these divisions right now, though.
Auf geht's.
Now we can quickly cap France. Now we can quickly cap the Netherlands. At this point, we can also pick the spirits. We're going for motorization, drive, maneuver warfare, and here the usual ones, when possible.
Zuhören.
Netherlands should be down, and so the Dutch East Indies, we should get a peace conference because there is no faction yet, and immediately we're going to push into France with the idea of rushing Paris as fast as possible.
Ausrücken.
Here is our peace conference. Now in the peace conference what we want to do is we want to puppet this stuff here, puppet the Dutch East Indies and annex the Netherlands. Then also very important, we want to get war reparations and resource rights. If you have spare points, take the navy too.
Ihre Befehle?
What are you guys doing? Why the fuck you're not going here?
Ausrücken.
And we can invade them as fast as possible. Now around this time, a bit earlier, usually you get the second special project, but I don't need to mention this because it is in the description of it. So now here, no need for particular micro, it's very easy to take down France, but ideally you want to rush Paris as fast as possible, so that's at least the direction we are going to aim.
Ausrücken. Weiter, weiter. Wieder zurück.
And as usual, as soon as Paris goes down, France goes down as well. Not bad, right? That's quite a fast France. So when it comes to France, it's very important that we do not forget to annex any of their cores, so including Corsica, all of mainland France. There we go. As for the rest, you can do whatever you want with it, but I like balkanizing them a little bit. Usually go all the way to Tunisia and then just puppet the rest And very important, once again, don't forget the resource rights and war reparations, and it may be worth mentioning that if you don't have by blood alone, it's probably better if you annex everything rather than puppeting, because you will need them for autarky achieved later on. So yeah, this is actually important. Take the French Navy, also important, and be very happy.
Zuhören. Befehle.
I knew I counted wrong. I need another 2 inf. Yeah, okay, well, no big deal. Let's get them. Now you can pick doctrines as well. So at this point, now that France is down, we generated a huge amount of war tension, which means we can justify war goals. And we're going to justify one on Luxembourg and one on Italy at the same time, right away. What we also want to do is we want to start spying on the UK, and we want to plan a naval invasion of the UK right away.
Angetreten.
Now, since we definitely have the navy to do it, I'm going for the usual naval invasion.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
So, groups of 2.
Befehle. Angetreten. Achtung. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
In the southern area of the UK. Good? Oh, good. So, what we are doing next is we want to check something. So, right now, we are still guaranteed by the UK. So we need to complete this focus to lose the guarantee of the UK. I will show you why that's important. As soon as we complete this focus, we should no longer be guaranteed by the UK. That's the case. So at this point, the UK should guarantee very shortly. Let me pick the next focus first, though. Portugal, since we have a claim on Portugal. I need to wait a little bit. I do expect them to guarantee Portugal. There we go. So the UK now guarantees the independence of Portugal. And at exactly 150 political power, we are ready to invade the UK. Luckily, they haven't turned fascist yet. So we might make it just in time. That's very good. There is a bit of RNG as always when you change ideology as a major. So we're going to use the usual strategy, which involves splitting around our submarines and setting them on convoy raiding all around the UK except for the channel. And the rest of the fleet will be in the channel on naval invasion support. Just give a second for the submarines to be in position. Once everything is in position, we are going to declare war on Portugal. And we are going to declare war on Siam. Since we also have a claim in here, just make sure that they are not guaranteed by anyone else, but it should be fine. They should both join the allies. And let's start our naval invasion right away. Okay, the UK joined, perfect. And the naval invasion triggered. It's also perfect. Okay, there is also a civil war in the UK right now, so we got it just in time. So, what's going to happen with the civil war? I'm not entirely sure. The fascist part of the UK is not at war with us. Fine. So that means probably we need to share the score with them, though. Make them. Would be ideal if they lost. They are pretty strong.
Ihre Befehle?
Certainly it's going to make the invasion of the UK easier. And by the way, we are going to pick right away war economy. That's why we waited for 150 political power. Now, this civil war in the UK is something you would normally not have. It's only RNG. So let's see a bit what happens.
Achtung!
Took this out. Now, I'm wondering whether it's maybe a good idea to give time to the UK to end fascist UK, if they can do it. But I don't know if they can do it. Because I don't want to share the score with them, that's for sure. Though you know what? We actually can get a claim on the UK, on the other UK very quickly. Probably especially if we cancel this one. Pretty tempted to do it. Be a bit late though. Okay, let's give it a try this way and then see what happens.
Ihre Befehle!
$90 is a bit too much. Or is it? Maybe it's not. It looks like our dear UK is losing.
Achtung!
Okay, I think we got time. So I think the change at this point is, yeah, we're just going to justify on fascist UK as well. And we're going to end this war. And we're just going to take care of them. It's probably the best way. Be quite easy, not fast. Just the peace conference will probably get a bit messy, a little bit annoying. But other than that, it's okay.
Achtung!
At least, I mean, we get a very fast war in the UK, for sure.
Bereit? Befehle? Zuhören! Zeigt es ihnen!
And yeah, the UK is already down. We got most of the score, unfortunately not all of it. So we'll need to make sure that the other UK takes something. I think my idea is we take one province from the UK, just one. The rest we take from the other UK. We try to maybe take all of the puppets. Ideally in this peace conference you would puppet or annex the UK, up to your preference. annex this area to invade the US later on. That's actually important. And then puppet everything else with resource rights and war reparations. That's actually very, very important. Annoying. Okay, I just want to make sure that they didn't leave anything. As long as everything is being taken by the other UK, we are fine. Good enough for me. Take war reparations and resource rights as usual. Annex if you cannot. Well, it should be fine. Okay, and then we're going to take the Navy. Or as much of the Royal Navy as we can. I would say we're pretty happy with this. Let's confirm. So hopefully we took everything from the UK and all that is left is this fascist British Empire. And we took a little bit of the UK so we can more easily take care of them as soon as we get our claim. Now we're going to get the claim on them in 80 days and the claim on Luxembourg a bit sooner than that. So we're going to prepare an army for Luxembourg. Of course, as you can imagine, Luxembourg is not much of a challenge. So we can prepare this army here. And we can already prepare the other army at the border with Italy, or, well, not there because they will suffer. So this other army we're going to use at the border with Italy, but first we want to train them. Give them authorization priority. Let's train everyone as we wait for our claim.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Now that I think about it, maybe we could have left them a colony where we had a claim, maybe. Like if we left them Portugal, I'm not entirely sure, but it could have been faster. If any of you is interested or willing to try, let me know in the comments. In an updated version of the guide, we may do something like that. Since we had a claim on Siam, they did take Siam though, right? Yeah, they did say take Siam and we don't have the claim anyway, so okay. Then probably it wouldn't have worked.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Now for the next focus, it may be that you cannot pick it right away. At that point, you can seize the Belgian gold and you should be able to pick it. Actually, I miscalculated. We got the claim on the UK before the claim on Luxembourg. That's very good. Let's take care of these much easier UK.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
I don't expect this to be much of a challenge, as we also get Luxembourg. After Luxembourg. Luxembourg is down. We need to annex Luxembourg. Now, in order to get autarky achieved, we need to capitulate the United Kingdom, and we should be able to do it in time.
Angetreten.
Hold it.
Angetreten.
Perfect. So we got the UK just in time without losing a single day of our focus. Probably better to balkanize them a little bit, but ultimately I think we can just puppet them. Again, very important to take the resource rights, as that will allow us to get autarky achieved right away. And we can take another good chunk of the Royal Navy. Let's confirm. Now these should allow us to bypass this focus and immediately go for autarky achieved. Except we also bypass this one and immediately go for autarky achieved. So in 70 days, autarky achieved in 1938. Not bad. Now, no time to rest as we need to plan a naval invasion of Italy. We will get our claim fairly soon, so we want to prepare from here.
Achtung!
We're now going to prepare this army at the border with Italy and the other army at the border with Austria. And speaking of Austria, we're also going to improve relations with Austria and with Hungary. And we are going to pick this option right here. And we're going to pick this decision right here.
Befehle?
We can also move our much improved navy to the Mediterranean Sea, where we will use them next. Oh, right. Ethiopia is gone. True, true. By the way, I think we can return to... Yeah, let's give back to Britain the last bit. We don't need it.
Ihre Befehle?
Where are these guys? Oh, I messed up. This was not the right army. Okay, this army needed to be down here.
Achtung!
This army, which is doing nothing, needed to be at the border with Austria. Let's be careful here.
Bereit zum
So without
Ausrücken.
messing up, let's make sure to plan the invasion of Italy
Bereit zum
with
Ausrücken.
this army, the offensive army, and I usually go with
Bereit
groups
zum
of two.
Ausrücken. Zuhören. Befehle? Befehle?
For the entire coast of Italy like this.
Bereit?
As soon as you complete this research, you should be able to design the new tank or good old tank. We are going for this design here, for this strategy. We are going to use proper armored divisions. Finally, I miss them so much. Although we don't have the army experience right now. And that's how we're going to get our army experience very soon by declaring war on Italy and invading them right away. Everything is green, everything is cool. Let's go.
Angetreten.
Okay, landing is going well.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Befehle. Befehle. Bereit.
Again, Italy usually not a major challenge, as you know. But at least we should have the required experience to design the tank finally. So this is the model we're going to use. Let's save it. Let's start producing it right away. And we're going to adjust the production a little bit. Actually, let me show you the final one. So subtract 5. Okay. Train 1, artillery 3. $110. C1 at 5. Yeah, we also need the flame tank, which I don't have yet. I don't know if we can design the flame tank, but probably we don't have the army experience yet, so soon. Okay, so here is the new production priority. Now, keep in mind that we are going to add the flame tank as soon as possible with 3 factories in between these two, taking them from the tanks. Now we're also going to start a justification on Switzerland right away. It takes forever. Unfortunately, there is no other way. So that's how we're going to get Switzerland. There is another way. Technically, it's down this path here. But we cannot go for it, unfortunately, because we didn't go for this strategy to invade France. Actually, you would need to go down this path and then here. But I still prefer this strategy. It's okay. We'll just take forever with our claim. We're fine. We're not in a hurry.
Befehle. Bereit. Angetreten.
Now, in Italy, everything tends to get a bit messed up, so I usually like to split my army into 2, keep around 10 divisions to take care of the northern part of Italy, and another 10-13 divisions to take care of the southern part of Italy. First, we need to give them a new general.
Angetreten. Befehle.
Now next we want to justify on Yugoslavia. We need a little bit more political power. But look at that. Autarky achieved. Not bad. So there goes our consumer good factories.
Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken!
Just push, push, push. And not forget the planes. We probably have a bit.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken! Zuhören!
Yeah, definitely now we can make the flame tank. I don't know, what's wrong with these? When did they break these designs? Why can I not load my flame tank anymore? I mean, even if I make it like this, yeah, okay. I don't understand. Very annoying. They did one good thing, they had to break it. So in any case, for the flame tank, we are going to do something very, very basic. So we're going to use this one. So this is the flame tank we are going to use. Let's save it. Let's start producing it. As I mentioned, 3 factories to it. At this point, we also want to make some changes to our armored template. Let's start with the free ones, because we now lack a bit of army experience. But really, no surprises here. This is the usual template. We also want to use the Assault Engineer company, and then as soon as possible, we will add the Medium Flame Tank company. And we want to start recruiting them. We want to start recruiting 12 armored divisions.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
And for once, we don't care much about what Italy does with the civil war, because we are going to annex them anyway very easily. So.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Okay, I think now we can justify finally also on Yugoslavia. Let's do that. This is going to be slightly late because we had that extra claim to get on Britain, but it's fine.
Befehle.
That's the Flame Tank Company. To Dr. Hoops.
Ihre Befehle? Achtung!
Italy is forgetting again about the civil war. As I said, we don't care this time, but it's pretty funny.
Angetreten.
We are also forgetting about some people there.
Vorrücken. Achtung.
Now we want to force deploy this armored... Well, it's not time yet. Yeah, we're getting to the civil war now. Now we want to force deploy these divisions as soon as possible, and we want to start training them. By the way, force deploying divisions means you lose more to attrition, but you do train them faster. So if you want to achieve maximum training in the shortest amount of time, force deploying them like we did is the best tactic.
Zeigt es ihnen. Ihre Befehle. Achtung.
Okay, civil war, it will be over soon. Right away, okay. Not even time to do anything. Now, it doesn't matter much what we do here. We can just give all of the cores to our puppet Italy. And puppet the rest for ourselves. Perfect. Very good. Yeah, it's a bit too late for that.
Befehle.
Now let's get ready for Austria, because they may refuse our annexation, annexation demands, and if they do, we are going to take care of them otherwise. We also want to start spying on the USSR.
Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Befehle. Zuhören.
Yeah, let's maybe spread these guys around just a little bit so they don't die of attrition while they train. Okay, let's see what Austria does. Also going to throw knights. There is no point. Austria, Austria. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, goodbye, Austria. They made the wrong choice. But yeah, it doesn't change anything. Austria, I love you so much, actually. One of my favorite countries. Last guide on Austria. I loved it, absolutely. While Hungary does accept to join us. That's very cool. Now there is something here as if both accept, Austria will get, if they both accept, Hungary will get this piece of land here, which is actually needed to create the Holy Roman Empire. So there is a bit of RNG here. We're pretty happy with what we got.
Right.
Now at 150 political power, we are... let me do that again. At 150 political power, we are going to pick this guy, and that will give us 2 additional spies that we're going to use to get collabs in the USSR on cooldown as soon as we get them.
Zuhören.
And Austria. Is everybody forgetting to capitulate here? Now let's also add the logistics to flame tank, which I forgot, and logistics to not to this one. Fuck. This one. Yeah, okay, I didn't forget. Let's also add the logistics to our armored templates. Also make them elite.
Befehle!
Okay, Austria is down and it is ours.
Zuhören!
And boys, we're very happy with how everything is going here. Very happy that we managed the bad RNG with the UK perfectly, so the run is looking good. It's not done yet.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Now let's see what Czechoslovakia does. Oh, they accept them. That's nice, because if they don't, you need to invade them to restore the Holy Roman Empire. But that's good for us. Oh, no, Seducers is bad. I'm pretty sure I will be unlucky with my spies, as always in all of my guides. Always good in the test runs, always bad when I actually record. We are now going to pick the army reformer. And we're going to change our marshal. We want to promote the best guy we have available, which is likely to be this one. He carried on most of the offensives. We're going to promote him to be our new marshal.
Angetreten!
In fact, we can actually use both, and we can use this one as our defensive marshal with the infantry armies, and this as the good one with the offensive and armored armies. Oh, logistic wizard, yes. Yes. I also really like this one.
Angetreten! Befehle!
Yugoslavia is going to be our next target, so we may as well get ready for them. We can use the offensive template. I would really like to use our tanks, but in terms of training, it's probably gonna be close, but not exactly there yet. Still, there is 100 days before that, so that's fine.
Angetreten! Zuhören! Achtung!
Lot of events. Lot of messages now. Huge amount of messages. You'll be clicking for a while. But they are good ones.
Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
I knew, fuck, because I forgot to start the collaboration governments. Yeah, I knew I would fuck up the spies. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. It's actually pretty bad fuck up, honestly. I reload, maybe. It's gonna be so annoying. It's another 75 days plus the collab starting late. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Fuck it. Shouldn't fuck up anything right now in the world, since everything is pretty much done. Okay. So, don't do like me, and don't forget to use your spies to make collaboration governments in the Soviet Union on cooldown. Terrible spies we got. My god. Okay, we got our claim on Yugoslavia, so it's time to go for them. Now, this would be an ideal situation if Czechoslovakia hasn't joined you peacefully, because you would get to annex them too, but sometimes they don't guarantee Yugoslavia at this point. So, in any case, they joined us, so that's not going to be a problem. And, of course, Yugoslavia is not going to be a problem. But still, let's give our planes yet, and start the push.
Angetreten. Ihre Befehle.
And as soon as you complete this focus, you unlock some new decisions. The most important one that we're going to pick right away is integrate the Italian civilian administration, which will annex Italy for us. The other thing is, if possible, we're going to puppet Hungary with this other decision here. Then we're going to improve relations with Greece, Albania, and Bulgaria.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Ooh, my armored are almost ready. Finally time for some fun. I miss them.
Angetreten. Ziehen uns zurück! Ausrücken! Angetreten!
Probably not going to use them in Yugoslavia, but we can use them against Romania.
Zuhören! Achtung! Achtung!
Okay, Yugoslavia is down. You can simply annex them. And if you don't annex them, remember you need at least this one, maybe more, for the Holy Roman Empire, so be careful.
Zuhören!
Now let's prepare for Romania.
Befehle!
Yeah, martial lines don't get bugged, they said. Martial lines adapt to the front, they said. 48 divisions moving to this one tile. Me.
Ihre Befehle!
Boys, it is time for you. It's time for some armor in here. Move them here and spearhead the shit out of Bucharest.
Ihre Befehle!
No, get in position. And we're almost there, boys. 4 days left. 3, 2, 1. So what happens now is now Italy accepts the integration, so we annex them. I don't think they can refuse, they always accept. And more importantly, what we unlocked at this point is realize European unity, which means all of this highlighted stuff immediately becomes our core. That's the Benelux, France and Italy. That's huge. We're going to do it right away. Look at us, the Union of European States.
Ihre Befehle!
We got some new divisions from Italy, which we can start training. Can use them later on to hold the front against the Soviet Union. Nothing special.
Achtung!
I think it's time to stop training and push with our armored. But first, let's give them at least a staff office plan. Now we have an insane industry, or we will have it soon in any case. So we're going to start recruiting. Where did my arm go? So we're going to start recruiting another 12 armor divisions. And we're going to adjust the production a little bit. And we're going to adjust the production. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the trucks to 15, F1CA, C1 and infantry equipment to 40, all taken from tanks. This hasn't adapted yet to the fact that we cored everything, so in a couple of days you will see the results of that. Yeah, there we go, okay. Now you can see that we got the factories, we got all of the factories. And we can build even more. At this point we can also decrease the autonomy of the UK. That will also be a lot more factories. That's because I have been building in there, but it's up to you. Just building everywhere. Now, since we may need to integrate Hungary or Czechoslovakia we will need because this stuff is needed for the Holy Roman Empire. We need to keep around 150 political power for that. Other than that, we're going to use our political power from now on to invite these people into Mittel Europa. We can already annex Hungary, so let's go on and do that.
Angetreten.
Let's use our motorized. Let's use our armor divisions. Oh, so good. So satisfying as the word joins our faction.
Ihre Befehle. Angetreten. Angetreten. Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit.
Yeah, okay, let's not use spearheads. Again, always broken. Well, we are inviting Romania in a bit of a different way, but they will also join us.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören! Angetreten! Angetreten!
And Romania will join us very soon indeed. That's it. Put them, I believe.
Ihre Befehle.
Not. Please. They haven't realized yet. There goes Romania. You can annex them. I usually prefer to puppet them in this case, so we have a shorter border against the Soviet Union. But again, that's entirely up to you. You can core technically all of this stuff eventually with the European Union. Just takes time. As we also annex Hungary. Now, the only question I have is why can we not annex Czechoslovakia yet? I think we should have the decision here to annex Czechoslovakia, unless they refused something maybe? No, it shouldn't be the case though. Okay, it's this one. Trade agreements. Yeah, which we're going to get next. Okay, no problems.
Befehle.
Okay, the next target should be Switzerland. We're almost at the end of this insanely long claim. Look at that. So we can prepare our armor divisions, which are not really the best to push in the mountains, but we don't care. And we can also prepare offensive just in case to speed up things a little bit. The Swiss tend to be kind of annoying. So.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Yeah, we want to force deploy again the armor divisions as fast as possible and start training them right away.
Ihre Befehle.
And as we complete this focus, well, let me show you the focus because I closed it immediately. As we complete this focus, our epic Kaiserin Victoria is getting even more modifiers. Look at that. You know what, actually I don't want puppet divisions. They raise the autonomy. Other ones are good, but no puppet divisions. As usual, when you play something overpowered, the biggest issue is what to do with your military factories. Now, as you complete this focus, you can also integrate, hopefully, Czechoslovakia. Why can we not integrate Czechoslovakia, for fuck's sake? And we can bypass... No, yeah, I don't need to say that, but I'm a bit worried about our Czechoslovakian friends here. Why can I not integrate them? That's not cool. Because I need them somehow. Do we need to do it peacefully? That's very annoying though, because they are not a puppet. They are not a puppet. Wait, Czechoslovakia is not my puppet at all. Yeah, they're just in my faction, but they're not my puppet. So that's why, what was the option? There was an option. I'm sure there was an option. Did they refuse it? What happened to Czechoslovakia? Very annoying. So for some reason, I cannot find a way to integrate Czechoslovakia, and I'm not sure exactly why, because usually you can do it same as the other ones, but if we cannot, then I guess we need to do it the hard way. Just going to wait for a little bit for this claim to end. And then I guess we're going to justify on them manually then. 135 days is not good. Okay. That means we don't need to save the political power anymore. And we can take care of Switzerland. Incredibly painful Switzerland, as always. Let's go with Armored first, and then let's see what happens.
Befehle. Angetreten. Bereit. Ausrücken. Bereit! Bereit! Auf geht's!
Now the last impossible tile to push.
Weiter! Weiter!
Okay, Switzerland is taken. We can annex them. That's perfect. Very happy. Now, since we kicked Czechoslovakia, we'll need to take care of them manually. Let's get ready for that.
Angetreten! Befehle!
They have forts, but our armored divisions will chew through their forts. No problem.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung! Angetreten. Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Befehle.
In the meanwhile, we can use our additional political power to invite more people to our faction. We have Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. We just need to improve relations with them first.
Bereit. Zuhören. Achtung!
Okay, we got the focus to restore the Holy Roman Empire. However, I don't think we can do that yet. Let me just check. Yeah, we cannot because we need the part of Czechoslovakia that we haven't gotten yet. So we'll need to be patient for just a few more days as we complete our claim.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, now that we can invite these people, we can stop improving relations to save political power. And start inviting them.
Achtung. Bereit.
I mean, Czechoslovakia was a great example of what happens to people who join our faction. They get betrayed and killed and backstabbed. So I think you should definitely join us. Oh, my spies didn't get caught? That's insane. It's unbelievably good. Let me also prioritize... where is it? Why wasn't it there? Yeah, let me also prioritize operations here. Just want to get them done as soon as possible. Collapse in the Soviet Union are very important. We'll also need to invade Poland soon, so we're quite busy on this front. I mean, as Germany should be. Now let's see what Poland does. It's actually not this one yet, I think, right? Yeah, it's the next one.
Angetreten.
Perfectly timed. As our faction grows stronger and stronger. Look at that. Peacefully too. Mostly. 50%. Denmark, stop spying on me. What the fuck? Okay, Czechoslovakia, it's time. I want my Holy Roman Empire. It's time to go. Yeah, let's go after Czechoslovakia. Again, nothing the real Germans wouldn't do. And let's see how many planes I forgot to deploy in recent times. I thought more. Well, they're not done yet. Not bad.
Ihre Befehle? Angetreten. Zuhören.
Did anyone mention forts? What forts? I don't see any forts here.
Zuhören.
Okay, Czechoslovakia is done. Let's annex them. And now we can finally revive the Holy Roman Empire. For the second consecutive guide, we become the Holy Roman Empire, this time as Germany. This time we are the European Union and the Holy Roman Empire, and we got Kaiserin of the people as our leader, Victoria. And this is all very cool, but could we end a run without invading the Soviet Union, playing as Germany? Come on, that doesn't feel right. We need to invade the Soviet Union. So, first of all, in good German tradition, let's get ready to invade Poland.
Ihre Befehle?
We'll need to see what happens actually with Poland because we're going to give them a chance to peacefully give us land. So we need to see what they decide to do. We'll know very soon. Now, as we complete this research, of course, we can upgrade our planes. For the fighter, we go for the usual design, nothing new. And so for the CAS. Now, Poland, what will you do? Wait a few days after this focus, see what they do. Okay, they accepted. And then if they accept, you can pick the next focus too. If they refused, you could invade them and bypass the next focus. Slightly better if you ask me, but still okay. Now, technically, at this point, to speed up things, you could justify on the Soviet Union, and that would be quite smooth and fast. However, I do like my collaboration governments in the Soviet Union, so we're not particularly in a hurry. We can take our time with Poland. Look at how surrounded they are. Such a bad spot. With billions of armored divisions on one side, the Soviet Union on the other side. Tough moments for Poland. We're going to start recruiting finally, Mark. You will see some action with 24 motorized divisions, which will just accompany our armored divisions as we push into the Soviet Union later on. Meanwhile, we are still puppeting people peacefully, so we haven't stopped expanding for 1 second. Okay, we actually have too many tanks. What should we make here? More planes, maybe? I mean, soon we will get mechanized and we'll start producing them. So, even more tanks. No, Poland. Poland just accepts everything. No. Feel sad for them. Now, let's start maybe planning a bit for the Soviet Union here. Always good to have upgraded railways and hubs in the area. Though I do want Poland. Will I get Poland eventually or not? Let me see. Oh, we can finally get breakthrough as our favorite tactic. We can also now give it to generals.
Achtung! Bereit! Zuhören!
Yes, I don't think we would get a claim on Poland because these next focuses give us one on the Soviet Union, not on Poland. With this one, though, we get one on both of them, so I guess we're going for this one. We don't get them, though. I don't know. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's... let me see one thing. And this is 35 plus 70. So Poland was so kind to us. They gave everything they had to us, so we're going to justify on them. It feels right. It feels like something Nazi Germany would do, although we are not Nazi Germany anymore. We have a tradition to keep on.
Bereit!
So now that we are done with the puppeting stuff, we can start using these decisions to core even more land. Though this is mostly cored already. But let's get it.
Zuhören!
Okay, we're getting our second collaboration, we're getting our second collab done in the Soviet Union. That's perfect. By the way, if you want to join the Soviet Union earlier, you could probably also... yeah, if you wanted to join the... if you wanted to fight the Soviet Union earlier, you could probably also get Finland into your faction with some diplomacy. But yeah, we don't really care. Okay, they'll get their usual wild peace. That's fine. Let's prepare our subs for when we are at war with the Soviet Union. Why not raid them a little bit? Okay, we finally got mechanized, which means we can start producing something we need, kinda. Because as you can see, I was producing a lot of tanks. So we're going to give about 150. Sorry. So we're going to use, we're going to assign 150 we're going to assign 150 military factories to mechanized.
Bereit!
Stop giving me units, come on. We are going to make Poland disappear from the map very quickly. Let's see how quickly. Oh, look at that. I see red. And as we complete this focus, we also have a claim on the Soviet Union. So very soon we're going to get ready for that. Okay, Poland is no more. Exactly. Actually, Poland is another country I really enjoyed playing. Now, where are my motorized? Here they are. Look at them. Of course, I needed to force deploy and train them, and I completely forgot. But that's okay. We're going to assign them both here, and we're going to keep them just behind our tanks. It doesn't matter if they are not trained because they will not perform any offensive actions. They are just there to cover the front as an armored push. Now, the Soviet Union is kinda long and boring, but not particularly difficult, especially when you are this powerful. So I don't expect much of an issue fighting them. It's cool to get some encirclements, so that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to use our offensive army to cover the entire front, these guys to cover the full front, including Romania, and then the armored for the spearheads that we care about. I think I like the idea of a push in here. That then we can develop up, and I also like the idea of a push down here in the south with the other armored divisions. Yeah, something like this. If we manage to encircle them there, it can be fun, and let's set the motorized to follow them around. As we also keep developing this land, we owe that to the Polish after what we did to them. Ah, okay, yeah, we haven't had a peace conference yet. Now we do. They had a navy. Interesting. Where did they keep it? So maybe it's a good idea to wait until this stuff is connected at least. Yeah, perfect. But now we can go. Not before we deploy more planes. Try to split them more or less evenly between the two armored armies. And yeah, it's USSR time. Let me see if there is anything we can do, any cool stuff we can do in here. No, I don't think so, because we don't have this part of Russia yet. But soon we will be able to. Now, if you want, you can use the political power, the extra political power for some stuff in here, like less attrition when you push in the Soviet Union. Maybe nice. Let's go on and do that. And then, yeah, take them down. Down at least a little bit the speed. Now let me check the collab. Okay, not started yet. When it starts, we're going to use our spies for something else. Fucking spearhead's completely broken. Look at this shit. Come on, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this. I mean, if you micro them, it's fine. It's just incredibly annoying. This one working on. But still okay. Actually, there is potential for some incredible encirclements in here. So let's see if we can get them maybe.
Weiter! Weiter!
Yeah, they stopped. Yeah, right. If we're getting to the cool stuff, of course, of course.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken! Auf geht's!
This one can get lovely.
Vorrücken! Auf geht's!
Yeah, boys. Okay, not as big as it looked initially, but still pretty big.
Befehle!
That's what she said. Okay, now we're going to push in here. Where is the motorized that I carefully assigned to the front to cover it specifically for this purpose? Where is the marshal line? Oh, the marshal line is good. Okay, how are we doing in here? Doing
Bereit
okay.
zum Ausrücken.
We are doing very much okay here.
Bereit. Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, let's end this encirclement. I mean, okay, this is not a big encirclement, but not much point in keeping it. We do need this railway.
Angetreten.
When you push in the Soviet Union, again, always keep an eye on railways and such. Very, very important stuff. It will make the difference, trust me.
Bereit.
As it would make the difference to push them instead of going around.
Los, los, los! Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Very good.
Ausrücken! Achtung!
I'm thinking we can continue pushing here and maybe touch the edges, the tips. We can then end them. Maybe get a big encirclement. Maybe get some satisfaction. And... no. No, not yet, but it's fine. So we can now set these spies back here. And this guy, the one that is not going to work on the club, yeah, it is this one. We can send him to Japan on diplomatic pressure. We can improve relations with Japan, and I like to get a non-aggression pact, since we have a lot of stuff in here that Japan eventually will want to attack. The non-aggression pact, if nothing else, at least slows them down. So I usually like it.
Los, los, los!
So again, spearheads are cool, but we need to micro a little bit, because they tend to go
Ihre Befehle.
wherever they like, not wherever I like. Let's do that.
Achtung! Bereit.
We can push in the south as well.
Bereit. Befehle. Befehle. Zuhören. Befehle. Achtung.
Well, pretty happy with how things are looking here. This is a huge encirclement in terms of size. I'm not sure about divisions in there, but
Befehle.
likely to be decent.
Zuhören. Zuhören.
So We can probably use the Northern Army to push it as we get another encirclement here in the south by pushing down here.
Zuhören. Angetreten. Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
Now let's see if we actually got some divisions in here or not.
Zuhören. Angetreten.
Oh, by the way, casualties in the meantime, 3,000 to 600,000. Not bad. I missed the encirclement because we're going a bit faster. They have a decent amount. 32. Okay. Yeah. Decent.
Angetreten.
Well, let's see if we can get something done down here as well.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
We can. Painful times ahead for the Soviet Union. Painful times.
Ihre Befehle. Zuhören. Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Very nice. Big encirclements closed. Now what about the casualties? Okay, now we got 2,000 more casualties. I must admit, that's pretty bad. They got 1 million more.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
And yeah, I see another great encirclement up here. So why don't we go and get it?
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit.
Down here instead, things tend to get a little bit messy because of Crimea. But yeah, we'll make it work.
Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung! Befehle. Angetreten. Zuhören.
Well, we could go on a little mission and take down, quickly take down Crimea. What do you say?
Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
A little blitzkrieg in here.
Bereit. Befehle. Befehle.
You can probably start the offensive and this one, let's give them some planning.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung.
9,000 casualties. Where did we get them? Probably when they pushed us a little bit here. Still, it's okay.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken! Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
Yeah, let's go in the north. Oh, I see some red bubbles.
Ihre Befehle. Sturm. Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Angetreten.
Oh, looking good. Looking good down here.
Bereit zum
Looking
Ausrücken.
good everywhere.
Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
So now this southern army can go all the way to Stalingrad. And if needed, push down to Baku. Sometimes that's needed. Most of the time, I must say, that's needed to end the Soviet Union. Especially because I'm afraid we may be a little bit too fast for our collaboration government. Let me see. 166 days. We may end the Soviet Union before that, which is annoying because with 3 collabs, we would get a lot more resources. Not that we need them. But...
Bereit.
And by the way, can we get our non-aggression pact, Japan? Are you happy? Yeah, you're happy. Let's do it. Oh, well, we'll see. We still need to get Leningrad and Moscow, so
Weiter.
still need some
Weiter.
time. And I think up here we can just push for a bit. Don't expect too much resistance in the area.
Befehle.
Let's push here.
Ihre Befehle.
Let's push here. I mean, they have almost infinite manpower, but they did lose quite a bit of it. So
Bereit.
if nothing else, they are probably going to struggle with good divisions. These are probably force deployed divisions and pretty bad ones.
Angetreten.
Yeah, please do push for Stalingrad down. That's all the supplies are there. The only few supplies in the region are there. This is where pushing becomes a bit slow because of complete lack of supplies.
Zuhören.
See, motorized, we are not going to use them to push, but they can still very well rush and take all of these empty tiles, which all count capitulation. So.
Zuhören. Befehle. Ausrücken. Zuhören. Bereit.
Wow, Leningrad was completely undefended. That's crazy. That shows how bad, that shows in how much trouble the Soviet Union is right now. But somehow we cannot take Stalingrad. Well, I mean, let's give it at least some part of it. Let's make it at least a little bit historical here. Now, we don't have all of the tools to make the better tanks yet, but we can already start upgrading to this model here. And if you press the automatically upgrade, it's the default one. In any case, it has the better howitzer.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Let's see if we can now take Stalingrad.
Angetreten.
No, because we stopped pushing. Okay. Just like that.
Angetreten.
And now with Stalingrad taken, we will have more supplies, but I would like you all to stop pushing because you're making a mess here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit.
Okay, here in the north, things are going quite well, but I feel like we extended a bit too much this part of the front. In any case, we do need Moscow for sure to capitulate the Soviet Union, so let's go for that. Maybe let's make something that... Let's do something that makes sense in here.
Achtung! Zuhören.
And we can get some nice additional cores. All of this stuff becomes a core. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's the European Union. The Holy Roman Empire is more for flavor, but the European Union, this European Union is absolutely insane. As for the amount of stuff you can core, it's crazy.
Angetreten.
Now down here we are in big trouble with supplies, and there is no easy way to fix that. The only supply hub is down here. It's not in the best possible place. You can try to get it anyway and see what happens.
Auf geht's!
Yeah, they're not that close to capitulating, and yeah, lobby is a bit further.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle? Bereit.
I think I want to try and rush Moscow up here. Yeah, that's very good. They was undefended. Because we rushed through the front line very quickly. Very cool stuff.
Weiter, weiter!
And encirclement. Nice. Lovely.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
What? Why are you pushing there? No, 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 no. Don't push there, please. Love of God. There is nothing there. Nothing good, at least.
Befehle? Ihre Befehle?
We're going to need some supplies. It's funny that all of the casualties you take in the later stages of the war, when you start getting into this lack of supply land, until here, basically we took no casualties. Either way, this is very good, and I think we can go for one more push in here. Something like this will be great.
Befehle?
Let's see if we can also get to Baku. Now we actually have supplies. We'll definitely get to Baku.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
We get a Kursk and Sumy offensive in the same push. Popular places. Let's take this too.
Angetreten. Befehle? Ihre Befehle.
Take the political power, actually. Oh, Baku is down, and don't we... Yeah, I'm very close to getting them.
Befehle.
Not quite there yet.
Bereit.
Guess we need to make a choice here, whether to wait for the last collab. 93 days is a bit too much. I started it a bit too late, slightly too late.
Bereit.
But I feel like at this point, it's probably better to just take them down. Yes, let's just do it. So instead, what we want to do is we want to start spying on the United States, because for the grand finale of this run, we're going to invade the United States. Especially because there is a very cool achievement that we can get by invading the United States, which is a woman in a high castle.
Ausrücken.
And for that you just need to have a female leader as Germany. So it doesn't need to be Eva Braun, it can be Victoria, the Kaiserin.
Befehle.
Yeah, there is nothing left down here. There is nothing left in general, I would say.
Befehle. Ausrücken. 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 Ausrücken.
What's so cool about this tile, boys, that we don't want to take it?
Bereit. Befehle.
And also, where are you?
Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yeah, I think we can just quickly take them down at this point. These few victory points are probably enough. Let's see. Not yet, but almost.
Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Is there any victory point at all? Yeah, Yaroslav might be good. Oh, 38. So boys, this is the end. By the way, this is one of the best Barbarossa. I think my last record was 25,000 casualties, so this may be better. 23,000 casualties versus the Soviet Union, as they will probably go down now. Will you put me at 24? No, not yet. We do need one more victory point. Let's go there maybe.
Ihre Befehle.
Oh, it's done. It's done. Nice. Incredibly nice. So the Soviet Union is down. You can do whatever you want with them, but I actually don't mind the idea of annexing them. We can core a good part of them. Then we can puppet the rest. No more Tanatova. No, I want Tanatova. Yeah. Much better. this stuff. And there we go. That's one big Holy Roman Empire. Now, United States, it's time for my Woman in a High Castle achievement. Look at us. I mean, we're perfect. Infinite resources, infinite factories, great stability, and some insane modifiers on our Victoria. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to change our armor templates. Let me just make sure that we have enough. Yeah, we have way too many. So we are going to replace motorized. We're going to replace. Can I not speak? We are going to replace motorized with mechanized, which is of course better. And that's it. Technically, I think we can also make a slightly better flame tank with a better flamethrower. Not much of a difference, but everything helps. And we can start building in here, maybe in here too, railways. And air bases. These are the most important things to have in the area.
Ihre Befehle?
Now we also need to justify on the US. It will take another 100 days.
Angetreten.
But that's about the time that we will need to bring here all of our divisions. Quite a trip.
Bereit. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
We're going to push with armored plus motorized on this side. The other armored in here.
Angetreten.
Motorized to follow.
Bereit.
And these guys can cover more or less the entire front. Push only if needed. And by the way, since we have so many tanks, I guess we could use some tanks in here. Something like this. Do we have enough tanks? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, well, we have only 43,000 tanks available, so yeah, I think it's pretty good. Let's also give them the assault engineer. Let's make this Malcolm very cool. Yeah, and let's send them. I'm also going to gather the fleet. We are going to use it to keep our convoys safe. Now let's see if we can get a collab in the States. Well, maybe at some point. Definitely not now. Oh no, no more military factories. So nothing special with the Navy. Destroyers on convoy escort, submarines on convoy raiding, the rest on strike force to cover everywhere you need. Split them around. Very basic setup. Okay, we actually can now make the better tanks, which is the T2. And there is now finally a point in producing them. Although the run is over and the US is never really a challenge, so...
Ihre Befehle? Zuhören! Ihre Befehle?
Yeah, the most developed part of Germany is now the Soviet Union, since we built infrastructures everywhere for supplies, basically. Quite fun. And speaking of the Soviet Union, the very cool thing we can now do is we can core this huge chunk of Russia. Let's do that. Yeah, these guys will die of attrition, but hopefully we'll soon be able to expand. Yeah, I forgot about the spy again, but not for that long at least. We can start a collab, but I'm pretty sure we will end the US before the collab is down. Still, just in case we get slowed down somewhere, it can help. I think it's particularly worth it. There we go. We got our claim on the US. War right away. Let's take care of them. We're not in a hurry, but if we can take them down before Japan gets involved, I mean, we get all of the score and everything. That's pretty cool. Okay, they do create a faction, but hopefully that's not going to be too much of a problem. Ah, we just stopped here. You thought like, yeah, why not stopping in a tile with absolutely no supplies? That's a great idea. Why didn't I think about that?
Zuhören! Zuhören.
For the love of God, take Detroit.
Zeigt es ihnen. Zuhören.
Oh my God.
Zurück.
I mean, as soon as we take Detroit, it's going to be much easier. But we don't take it. How about that?
Zurück. Befehle.
Fine. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, look at that! That's a big encirclement. What are you guys doing there?
Ausrücken.
Actually, US has a lot of divisions.
Befehle.
Look at that.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
They had a lot of divisions.
Zuhören.
Okay, I must admit that this northern push is not working exactly like I planned.
Weiter. Weiter.
I still have faith in it.
Bereit. Angetreten.
So I'm not going to care about casualties here, I'm just going to care about taking them down fast.
Bereit. Zuhören.
Microing one biggest country at the time is going to be enough.
Achtung.
It's the complete lack of supplies that is killing us up here, but it's going to get better very soon.
Bereit.
Ah, we just left these guys. Okay. Got only shit divisions up there.
Frankly and definitely, there is danger ahead. Danger against which we must prepare. But we well know that we cannot
More tanks.
or the fear of it by crossing ahead and cover our heads. Germany
Ihre Befehle.
to save the Belgians from
Ihre
Somebody
Befehle.
eventually is gonna have to take care of those three
state then
divisions.
say to any South American country.
See, I told you that this would work in the end. Bit tough at first, but
Ihre Befehle.
well.
Ausrücken.
Now fighting for its life.
Don't
Achtung.
leave without killing.
Country
Bereit.
always constitute a jumping off on any one of the other republics of this hemisphere. We think of Hawaii, outpost of the Pacific, yet
Befehle.
shores are closer to our shores in the Atlantic than Hawaii is
Zuhören.
inside.
Weiter. Weiter.
There are those who say that the Axis
Angetreten.
never have anything to attack the Western Hemisphere. This is the same dangerous form of wishful thinking
Yeah, already more casualties than against the Soviet Union, but still pretty good.
of so
Considering we didn't micro anything.
Zuhören.
let us no longer blind ourselves
Ihre Befehle.
to the fact that the evil forces which have crushed and undermined
Zuhören.
many others are already within our own gates. Your government knows much about them.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Is ferreting them out. Their secret emissaries are acting
Bereit.
in neighboring countries. They
Angetreten.
suspicion and dissension. Cause internal
Ihre Befehle.
capital against labor and vice versa.
Auf geht's!
Try to reawaken long slumbering racial and religious tensions. Which should have no place in this country. And there are American citizens
Greift weiter an!
You can also feel the newly cored Russian manpower
Los, los, los!
coming to us. Convenient to have, for
Bereit zum
sure.
Ausrücken.
But I do
Befehle.
doing exactly
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
that the dictators want done in the United States.
Bereit.
The experience of the past
Ausrücken. Befehle.
the Nazi.
Achtung.
Tame
Ausrücken.
What, we may have gotten more casualties, but the US is surely going down very fast.
no appeasement with ruthlessness. There can be no reasoning with an incendiary bomb.
Probably we also completed the doctrines entirely.
Angetreten. Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
And now I think it is that time of the run. The one in which you select your armor divisions and right-click Los Angeles. We got to that point now.
Befehle.
There is a moment in every run. There is a moment in every run in which you just click on Los Angeles.
Ihre Befehle.
Well, I mean, let's take Dallas on the way, you know. Why not?
Ausrücken. Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
It's the big gold rush. The West Coast for the win. It's quite fun to see, I must say. Also not getting casualties in this case because nobody's on the way.
Auf geht's.
Didn't mean to push with them.
Zuhören. Ausrücken.
I mean, do we not take Las Vegas? Come on. When you're in Nevada, you have to stop at Las Vegas at least once.
Ihre Befehle.
I love that they actually countered me. Look at that. Not enough though. Not enough. Is it enough? It is enough. So boys, the United States fall after the Soviet Union. They caused us 56,000 casualties. I will take that. I think this was an incredibly fast war, though I'm not exactly sure when we started it, but I made a save so we can check. So it was on the 6th of March. So about 3 months, right? Or not? Wait. Not very good with months. About 4 months. Yeah, about 4 months. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very smooth sailing with the United States. And that is it. That is it for the United States, and that is it for our run. Now, normally, I would pop at the United States, but since you can get the achievement Woman in the High Castle, I think you actually need to control, not necessarily to annex them, but well, I mean, I also wouldn't give up on the chance to see a giant Holy Roman Empire in here as well. So now we get one in here, and we get one in here. The Holy Roman Empire dominated the world completely. I mean, it is 1941. Do we want to talk about insanity? Perfect stability, almost perfect war support, insane manpower, insane amount of factories. Amazing, perfect armored templates with mechanized, the best possible tanks, insane stats. And not only we control all of this stuff and all of this stuff indirectly or directly through our puppets, well, we also cored all of this stuff. This is our core. It's not just controlled, it's cored. Not all of the Soviet Union, of course, but the part that we could core. And we are coring more over time. It's crazy. We have the European Union, we have the Holy Roman Empire, and we did it all with Victoria in charge, which gave us the Woman in the High Castle achievement, among other things. Insane modifiers, look at that. It's very, very cool to have. What a fun run. So guys, this is one you must try. It's very easy too. There is a little bit of RNG as always when you change as a major, but we got everything covered, especially in this run. Since we were actually a bit unlucky with the UK, we managed it perfectly. When monarchist Germany won the poll, I wanted to do something special, and I think we managed to do it. Honestly, I didn't think it would be possible to make historical Germany even more powerful, so I was amazed by this strategy. Make sure to give it a try and let me know in the comments how it goes. Other than that, guys, if you enjoy the content I make, please do not forget to support the channel by liking the video, subscribing and leaving a comment. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye!